Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good job. I like that enthusiasm. I would like to welcome you all to the 2018 LMO School graduation ceremony. Thank you all for being here today. My name is Mazer Muhammad, and I am a graduate of the 2013 class, and I'll be the MC today for you guys, inshallah. Being a graduate of the 2013 class, I know how it feels to be in the position you guys are today. You probably feel all excited, and I know we just started, but you guys are probably thinking to yourselves, geez, when is this gonna be over? Don't worry, time will fly before we're done, inshallah. And you'll be taking all the selfies and all the photos you can get with your family and friends. I'm excited to see you all accomplish things in the years to come. And who knows, maybe Sister Nadia will also hit you up in like 5 years to be the MC. As we do at the beginning of every event, we will start off with the recitation of the Holy Quran. And fun fact, this graduating class has 3 huffaz, 2 of them being female and 1 of them being male. Today we will have 2 reciters, inshallah. First, we have Ruwaida Muhammad, who was a member of the 2018 graduating class, and she is one of the students who I mentioned who memorized the Quran. Ruwaida has won several Quran competitions and locally here in the United States. So everybody please give Ruwaida a welcome. Second, we have Ahmed Burhan Muhammad. Ahmed was a former student here at LMO School, and he just came back from winning the first place prize at the Dubai International Holy Quran Competition. Ahmed bested contestants, Ahmed bested contestants from over more than 100 countries across the world, and it is an honor having him here. Everybody please welcome Ahmed. And we're going to be bringing up Mustafa as well to do translation for them, inshallah. Closer.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ولا تقربوا مال اليتيم إلا بالتي هي أحسن حتى يبلغ أشده وأوفوا بالعهد إن العهد كان مسؤولا وأوفوا الكيل إذا كلتم وزنوا بالقسطاس المستقيم ذلك خير وأحسن تأويلا ولا تقف ما ليس لك به علم إن السمع والبصر والفؤاد كل أولئك كان عنه مسؤولا ولا تمش في الأرض مرحا إنك لن تخرق الأرض ولن تبلغ الجبال طولا كل ذلك كان سيئه عند ربك مكروها ذلك مما أوحى إليك ربك من الحكمة ولا تجعل مع الله إلها آخر فتلقى في جهنم ملوما مدحورا
أفأصفاكم ربكم بالبنين واتخذ من الملائكة إناثا إنكم لتقولون قولا عظيما ولقد صرفنا في هذا القرآن ليذكروا وما يزيدهم إلا نفورا قل لو كان معه آلهة كما يقولون إذا لابتغوا إلى ذي العرش سبيلا سبحانه وتعالى عما يقولون علوا كبيرا تسبح له السماوات السبع والأرض ومن فيهن وإن من شيء إلا يسبح بحمده ولكن لا تفقهون تسبيحهم إنه كان حليما غفورا وإذا قرأت القرآن جعلنا بينك وبين الذين لا يؤمنون بالآخرة حجابا مستورا.
And do not approach the property of an orphan, except in the way that is best until he reaches maturity. And fulfill every commitment. Indeed, the commitment is ever that about which one will be questioned. And give full measure when you measure, and weigh with an even balance. That is the best way and best result. And do not pursue that of which you have no knowledge. Indeed, the hearing, the sight, and the heart, about all those one will be questioned. And do not walk upon the earth exultantly. Indeed, you will never tear the earth apart, and that you will never reach the mountains in height. All that is evil is ever in the sight of your Lord detested. That is from what your Lord has revealed to you, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, of wisdom. And O mankind, do not make as equal Allah another deity, lest you be thrown into hell blamed and banished. Then has your Lord chosen you for having sons and taken from among the angels' daughters. Indeed, you say a grave saying. And we have certainly diversified the contents of the Quran, that mankind may be reminded, but it does not increase the disbelievers except in aversion. Say, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, if there had been other gods as they say, then they each would have sought to the owner of the throne their way. Exalted is he and high above about what they say by great solemnity. The seven heavens and the earth and whatever is in them exalt him. And there is not a thing except that exalts Allah by his praise. But you do not understand their way of exalting. Indeed, he is ever forbearing and forgiving. And when you recite the Quran, we put between you and those who do not believe in the hereafter a concealed partition. And we have placed over their heart coverings, lest they understand it, and their ears deafness. And when you mention your Lord alone in the Quran, they turn back in aversion.
Let's give Ruwaida, Ahmed, and Mustafa another round of applause, please. MashaAllah, Al-Amal School has been doing an amazing job with Quran and Quran studies. Currently, we have 32 students who have memorized the Quran in entirety. And yeah, MashaAllah. And then within the next 2 weeks, we're going to have 5 more join them, inshallah. Next, I will be introducing the principal of Al-Amal School, Ms. Williams. Ms. Williams is one of the founders of Al-Amal School and in its first administration. For more than 25 years, she has been involved in different capacities in private education institutions. Her philosophy in education is to provide a nurturing school culture conducive to students reaching their full Islamic potential. Since 1992, she has been administrating or teaching at Islamic schools in Minnesota, Illinois, and Ohio. Ms. Williams joined as Al-Amal's principal in July of 2010 and will sadly be retiring from the position to pursue her first passion before becoming an administrator by teaching English and language arts. Ms. Williams actually told me that this will be her first free summer in several years. So you deserve it, Ms. Williams.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm going to address several people or several different groups this afternoon, and I'm going to start with 8th grade. 8th grade. This is a milestone for you, and you're going into high school. And it's just the first, well, it's not the first milestone, but one of many in your futures right until you die. Please take these steps seriously. It's important to know that you have a school behind you and that you should really take advantage of that in a good way. Make sure that you're ready to go into the big world, and this is what we prepare you for here at Amal School. I'm so proud of you. I have had the pleasure of teaching several of you in 6th grade, and just to see you from 6th grade till now, mashallah, you are maturing into nice young adults. Congratulations, 8th grade. I'm going to address parents next. Thank you so much, parents, for trusting Amal School with your children. It makes me so proud to see so many children come through our doors. It's really important that we are looking for the future of our ummah, and this is where we start. As all of you know, we are raising leaders here at this school. Leaders to go out and to represent our religion, our passion for humanity and volunteerism, and just our passion for raising leaders. So thank you so much for entrusting your children to us. And this is the fruits of what you've started. Grandparents, you have raised your own children thinking about their religion and how important it is to make sure that they have a strong base. So you have instilled values that continue today through these graduates. Thank you, grandparents. For all Amal teachers, I know the work that you do. We see you day in and day out. Graduates, please understand that the teachers that you have dearly love you. This is not just, you're not just in one number in a whole school. They strategize, they plan, good things of course, but to do you for success, to make sure that you're leaving here with the skills that you need to have. Seniors, I'd like to congratulate you. This senior class, by the way, group, has been in my 6th grade, so I have taught them. In 6th grade, they were very talkative. They had a lot of energy, but I know that through the years they have used that energy as they mature for good things. And I'm so proud of this group. There are many, many of them, and I would say probably 100% of them, that will grow up to be something and do something that we'll be very proud of. Now, graduates, what you do with the religion and what you do with the things that you learn in your experiences are really important for you. So follow your passions. This is important. If you love doing something, you will do it well. And I really congratulate you from the bottom of my heart. And like I said to some other students the other day, hugs. I'm sending my hugs. Assalamu alaikum.
Next, we will have the board chair here at Amal School, Brother Zafar Siddiqui. Brother Zafar is the chairman of directors here at Amal School. He is the co-founder and director of interfaith relations at IRG, Islamic Resource Group. He's a member of the Minnesota Muslim Leadership Coalition, and he serves on the advisory board of the Muslim Christian Dialogue Center at the University of St. Thomas. Everybody welcome Brother Zafar.
Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Assalatu wassalam ala Rasulullah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Dear brothers and sisters, it gives me great pleasure to see all of you here today. First of all, I would like to congratulate the class of 2018, mashallah. Mashallah, this is the 16th graduating class from the school. You know, I'm just filled with awe when I see all this youth, mashallah, you know, succeeding. Each and every one of you is just amazing. Each and every one of you is a winner and a gem for the community. Not only the Amal community, but the entire Minnesota Muslim community stands proud of you. To our valedictorians, Ikran and Guled, congratulations. You are wonderful leaders and role models of our youth to emulate. Guled, I know that our school is going to miss your khutbahs. You used to really give great khutbahs for the young people, mashallah. Harvard is a magical word. And I would like to congratulate Hafsa on finally breaking through the ceiling. And putting the school on the national map, mashallah. What a wonderful representation for the school you are. Harvard-bound Hafiza with an associate degree in Islamic studies from Mishka University. So brothers and sisters, indeed, Amal is not just a school. It's a school plus plus. At a time when the American Muslim youth are facing an identity crisis, the youth from our school go out into the world as Muslims who are absolutely confident and proud of their own identities, ready to take on the world on their own terms. Dear graduates, you are uniquely placed to make a difference not only in your communities, but also the entire world. So I ask you to broaden your vision and align it with the mission that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. And let your footsteps follow that of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Dear brothers and sisters, and especially the graduates, please know that no amount of Islamophobia or challenges we face today should impact your optimism. It's a requirement of faith to be optimistic. You are the solution that our community stands in need of today. You are not just the future, you are the present. This is your country. Its future is your future. Today, our country stands in need of a moral compass, and you are its conscience and its compass. As you leave Amal today, take all that you have learned and launch yourself into the world to make a difference in the lives of humanity at large. Many of you have been with the school since preschool, and I'm sure that the school will miss you dearly. However, I'm hopeful that inshallah, going forward, you will still keep in touch with the school by becoming a member of the Amal Alumni Association that is set to start on the 13th of July, inshallah. And 8th graders, inshallah, I hope to see all of you graduate from Amal in next 4 years, inshallah. And dear parents, I would like to thank you for putting your children's education in the trust of Amal School. May Allah reward you for supporting the cause of Islamic education. And lastly, I would like to thank the graduation planning committee for this wonderful planning and execution. Please give them a big hand. And as you know, brothers and sisters, Mrs. Williams will be graduating later this month. And I just cannot thank her enough for all that he has done for the school and her amazing leadership. So I will request you to give her a standing ovation, inshallah. Thank you. Jazakallah khair.
We're about to award two amazing women that have done a lot for the school, even sometimes in a very short time, and we would like to recognize them as a school. I would like Sister Nima El-Siraj to please come up. Sister Nima is no stranger to the school. Wherever I'm in the school, I see her. She's helping everyone. And I would like to congratulate her for being selected Volunteer of the Year. MashaAllah, she is energetic, helpful, and always there. The next person that we would like to award is for Teacher of the Year. This sister is fairly new to the school. She came in a time where we really needed someone to make a class section really stable. She did that right away. She has a vision as a teacher that's incredible for her first year at Amal School. She is innovative, kids love her, and she's very professional. I can't say enough about this young woman. I would like to call up Sister Hannah Musa. I would like to say one more thing. I will be retiring as principal this year, but I will be no stranger to Amal School. It is that special of a school. But I would like to congratulate Sister Gada El Sadoun. She will be taking over. Actually, you have not seen behind the scenes. She is already taking over. We're passing a lot of information to her, and I'm so proud that she will be the next principal of Amal School. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm waiting for another parent to join me, inshallah. I'm here on behalf of the parents of graduating class 2018. I would like to thank Amal School, the administration, the staff, the teachers, for working so hard to make these days possible. It's been a long journey and rough one. There is one person in particular who played a crucial role in the success of this student. This person provided the tools, knowledge, and motivation to help the students create successful futures for themselves. This person is the only one who would send email after email at 2 o'clock in the morning, not because she did not have family of her own, not because she liked to send emails. Rather, it was out of pure dedication and genuine concern of the student. Every Tuesday and Thursday, she wouldn't let them leave Al-Amal to go to their PSEO classes unless they have something to eat, as if they are their own children. Oftentimes, genuine effort like this are underappreciated and go unnoticed. So we stand here today to recognize an important figure in our community in a small token of appreciation. Your presence has truly been a blessing, and your effort will never be forgotten. Please help us welcoming Sister Nadia. Graduates,
graduate of 2018 senior-ka parents-ka oo dhan waxay mahad u celinayaan Sister Nadia. sida sharafta badan ee waqtigeeda iyo ay u gelisay inay ciyaalkeena inay ciyaalkeena horumar gaaraan. xataa habeenkii 2 o'clock in the morning message aad helaysaa. What are they doing? anaga aan aqoon ayada un baa taqaana. sanis ay BC oo noqotay all ciyaalka oo dhan way isbedeleen really anaga haddaan wax aqoon xataa ayada ku soo sheegayso. You can control karti ciyaalkaaga except Sister Nadia.
So next, hopefully nobody else interrupts me. Next we have our keynote speaker, Brother Kashif. And Brother Kashif is a business leader, nonprofit founder, and a community activist. He earned his MBA from the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. He works as a senior engineering manager for the Target Corporation, where he also helps lead the company's Muslim affinity group. In 2007, Kashif, along with his wife and other community leaders, co-founded the Minnesota chapter of CARE Minnesota, a free legal services nonprofit organization that assists Muslims facing discrimination. Kashif served on the founding board of the Muslim Youth Leadership Award, MILA. He also founded the MYM Summer Youth Camp, an opportunity for youth to connect with nature and engage in positive and enriching leadership activities. Kashif was a policy fellow at the University of Minnesota Humphrey School of Public Affairs and was named to the list of the 40 under 40 by the business leaders here in Minneapolis and St. Paul. He is a recipient of the Ramsey County Bar Association Liberty Bell Award and was selected as a 2015 fellow by the Archibald Bush Foundation. Everybody please welcome Kashif.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Before I even start, we are in the month of Ramadan. So much energy, and you're keeping it very entertaining, my friend. Let's have a big hand of applause for Mazer. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه. My dear brothers, sisters, it's a great honor for me to be with you today. But before I really start, I want to congratulate Principal Williams. I want to congratulate the board of Amal, the staff, the faculty, the parents, the family, the friends, and of course the class of 2018. Congratulations. And thank you for allowing me the honor to be with you on this such an amazing and special day in your lives that I am very sure you will remember for the rest of your lives. It's going to be very brief because we're in the, again, as I said, in the month of Ramadan. Actually, the graduations I'm thinking should be in the month of Ramadan because it limits the speakers to not talk a lot. And if they're talking a lot, the fasting kicks in and they start to look for concrete to celebrate along with all of you. So let's revisit a little bit where we are right now and what has happened in your life. Some of you, as I was standing outside and looked around, I saw you guys running around in your diapers, and I see now you're, mashallah, graduating. It's amazing. That's what it tells you about the time, how it flies. But here's what you need to remember. What has Amal as a school, as a community, as a family given to you? It has protected you from some of the things that they felt and you would have harmed you. They protected you from that. They groomed you. Not just telling you the hairstyles and all the other things that came along with it, but they groomed you to be great leaders of today and tomorrow. They prepared you with many opportunities that they offered you to be successful in your lives. They gave you those opportunities to volunteer when they took on the road project. They gave you an opportunity to stand up for movements, which you just did our fundraiser for Syria. They gave you opportunity to be part of the National Honor Society to learn and see how a leader moves forward in serving. All of these things school has given you and has offered you. But at the same time, the school has pushed you hard. I hope they did. They push you hard to work hard. It might be they gave you a lot of assignments which you said, why am I doing all of this? They might have given you some math problems which you said, do I really need to do this? It might be there were moments where they had pushed certain ayahs or du'as that they wanted you to memorize, and you would have said, do I really need that right now? I'm not even getting married. They pushed you hard. But with a thought process that will come in handy. They are building, they invested to have deep roots for you. So this is all what school wanted to establish to give you as an opportunity as a young person. I remember a tradition in our faith which says, for the first 7 years of a child's life, love them unconditionally. Love them, give them that warmth, that comfort. For the next 7 years, discipline. We start to learn how to fast, we start to learn how to pray, we start to learn how to interact, and all those things start to come from 7 to 14. It is said in that tradition, from 14 to 21, be their friend. Because now they can have emotions, they have thoughts, they're interacting in the world. They're going to ask you questions which are going to be tough, which are going to be easy, which are going to be very thoughtful, which are going to be silly. But be their friend. But when they are 21, let them go. You have invested all that time in them. So my dear brothers and sisters, Amal has invested that time in you. So when I read an article that Hafsa, you wrote in a very recent newsletter for the school, and you mentioned the school has given you that confidence, it has given you that trust in your ability, in your identity. These are the roots that the school is trying to invest in you. And some of you might be the first graduates from high school, as I read. There might be others whose parents and grandparents are well established. And there'll be others who have aspirations to do much more. You are the fruits of those parents, those grandparents that they have invested. So I here tell you, congratulations. What about now? My dear young brothers and sisters, and my elders and my friends and family, you are being introduced to the larger community and the world. All those protections that the school boundaries provided you are going to open up for you. You will have to make some tough decisions. When you're walking, if you're going to the U of M and you're walking those streets, you will have to make those decisions. When somebody's sitting in the corner trying to open up those credit cards for you and asking you, hey, you can open up a credit card, man. You will get $1,000 right away. You'll have to make a decision. When you are in classes and picking those classes, you will have to make a decision. Making friends, building those networks, you will have to make a decision. Picking a career, if your parents haven't pushed one already, you will have to make a decision. My dear brothers and sisters, you will also have to decide how you're going to use your time when you are at college. How are you going to use your time when you don't have that assignments and the homework? You'll see that it will open up for you. You will have more time. I remember when I was graduating back in the day, and I was moving from Pakistan to the States, a little different journey for myself than it might be for you. I was coming here by myself. Some of the teachers recommended and suggested different things and advised me different things to stay connected back to my roots and not to forget that. My parents, who reminded me not to forget how they've raised me. My relatives, my cousins, my brothers, who told me, and my sisters who told me they're looking up to me, so don't mess up. All those things, when I came to college to United States, I tell you, all those moments where I pushed back my teachers, where I pushed back my parents, where I pushed back my brothers and sisters, I cherished every single one of them. Because I saw they made me better. They made my roots stronger. So when I felt weak, when I felt alone, I went back to those roots. So I pray and hope, inshallah, you will remember these roots. I remember growing up watching this drama that used to come, and it used to be around Knight Rider. I don't know if you remember that or not. Probably young people don't. There used to be this car of this individual where he will call and the car will come by itself. Today we call it self-driving cars. The world is changing for us. The things that we dreamt about in the past are happening now and will continue to happen. We talked about being smart. Now we have smartphones which are talking and actually doing face recognition. We have smart homes where I go in and say, light on, and the light is on. They are smart buildings where you walk in and the energy is being preserved. My dear brothers and sisters, the world is changing around us. I am in the retail space, and there is a lot I cannot share from innovation that is going on, but we are looking at doing concepts where we will offer and recognize an individual walking into our store where you have not even provided anything, and know that Muhammad has just walked in and these are his or her preferences, and what do I need to offer? Our world is changing, my brothers and sisters. There's a lot of data sharing that is happening as well. So when you are online and providing that data, you will have to think about what are you offering. When you are on the social media, you'll have to think about what are you commenting on? What are your passions? Because when you go for a job hunt, those things will come into play. So be very thoughtful when you use these social media, when you use all these great tools, because these are tools. it is really going to come back to, again, those roots that Amal, your school, your teachers, your parents, your family are instilling in you, which are going to come in helping you making those decisions. And how about those movements? The movements of today. The Black Lives Matters. Me Too movement. It might be though some of them, give us a cringe and we don't associate ourselves as being Muslims or from our faith. I get that. But as you young people, you cannot ignore these movements. We as Muslims cannot ignore these movements because they have a meaning in all of our lives. They are asking us to step up and be known, be present. Who are the Fatimas and the Muhammads in the world who will step up and say, I can be the role model. I can be the messenger that my beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, wanted me to be. I am the one. So your school is instilling and giving you those opportunities to do. You have done a great job from what I can see and I've heard, from collecting funds to support unfortunate things happening around the world. From Somalia to Syria to Kashmir to even in our United States. You are collecting those funds to invest back. And now you're taking in a next step in your lives where the movements are going to become bigger, where your impact is even be bigger than what it was before. It might be your parents guided you before. It might be your teachers helped you organize that fundraiser. But now the question is going to come, what are you going to do when you have to make that decision? When you are going to start a nonprofit? When you are going to go into a corporation? What are you going to do? Are you going to start hiding your identity? Oh, you know what? I was cool when I was at Amal and Islamic school and I was a Muslim. I had the right environment with me, but suddenly I go into an environment where I am interacting with many people around. Either I have to hide my identity, who I am, or I truly have to show and step up and be in the front lines and say, I am a Muslim. And these are my principles and my values. My dear brothers and sisters, Islamophobia is not a concept anymore. It's not a word in a dictionary that you can go and find and say, it hasn't happened yet. There's millions of dollars being spent in this market, in this industry, to challenge you. So the question is going to come is, are you prepared? I feel and I believe strongly your school has prepared you for that, has given you the environment for that. Don't give up. Don't give up on that and step up as Muslims. Don't hide. Don't be afraid from those people who are very few that might be having loud voices, but we have let those voices to be our voices. We need to step up. I want to see you debating. When I read that you are debating in your classes, you are asking those tough questions. Don't let that lose and leave behind at your school. Keep tab with you. Lastly, your school is leaving you with a hope, right? That's all it's about. It's about instilling those strong roots and having and hope that you will follow. My brothers and sisters, I am almost done, so if you give me a few more minutes, I assure you I will be off here very soon. The school is putting in the strong roots in you to fall back on. Your school is telling you to have an attitude of do something. Don't hide and stay away, but do something attitude. No matter where you are, which school you go to, but have that attitude, or I am going to be positive, but also I'm going to do something when I see something wrong, when I hear something wrong. I am going to step up with that. I am going to work with moderation, trying to avoid any extremes of opinions. I am going to work in not judging other individuals. I want to work with people. I want to build a network, a partnership with my brothers and sisters for all other faiths to make sure we are making and doing everything we can to make our societies, our community, our leadership accountable and better. Don't give up on that. Lastly, be creative. Be smart in your decision making. Don't rush into your decisions. Take your time. And it's okay to make mistakes. We are taught that from the first story of Adam, our father, and Mother Eve, may Allah be pleased with both of them, that when you make a mistake, it's okay. But important thing is don't go back into that same mistake. Take those calculated risks. Don't be conservative in not trying something new. What school has instilled in you is those strong roots again. It will tell you the right and the wrong. Stay connected with that. But please, that is my plea to you as a brother. Do try new things. Take risks. Because if you are not going to take risks, we wouldn't have seen these smart phones, the smart buildings. We would not have seen this creativity happening around us if we were not ready to take those risks. So I am standing here in front of you, in my humble opinion, to share with you and ask you to take those risks. And lastly, my advice to you. As I learned throughout these years after my high school, that I want to leave you with. Build your networks of friends. The friends you can trust, the friends you can go back to. I remember every single moment when I struggled as a young person away from my family and my parents, and who were those friends who are among me where we will stay up until 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock or until Fajr time to be able to discuss things that were happening in our lives, in our school, having the right friends. So make sure you make those right friends. Or if you have friends, build upon that friendship to further. Stay focused. As you go into college, there are a lot of classes that are going to be offered to you. Stay focused in what you want to do. Certainly you can try something different, but stay focused in what you want to do with your life. What is the purpose of your life? What is something on your mind that you want to do? Stay focused. Before you decide to lead, I will encourage you to serve. What I learned the most in my life, and I continue to learn even now, is the time when I would indulge and my brothers and sisters will encourage me to pick up that trash that after the event was left behind. To pick up that chair and put it back that was left behind after an event. To pick up that table which was left behind after an event. To go and clean that garbage that was left behind after an event. It was not always about go up on the podium and show them who a leader is. You have to serve, because then you're going to realize the people who are working with you, what are they going through? Be principled. Don't give up on your principles, even if that means someone who is very close to you coming to you and telling you to do something which is against your principles. Be respectfully tell them that that is not something you believe in, that is not something they raised you with. Stay principled. Be patient. The life, I cannot tell you enough how many times I have realized it's the patience that has come in to help me the most. Being patient in our decisions, being patient in moving forward. Don't give up. Stay strong. You have a great future in front of you. You have a great present in front of you. Don't be discouraged by who is the leader today. We believe in Allah. We believe in our faith. We believe in Allah has a plan for all of us. Don't be discouraged with what's going on around us. Be empowered to make the change rather than complaining about what is not right. Step up. There's never that age, magical age, when you say, when I am 30 years old or when I am 40 years old, then I'm going to do something. You are in the right prime age to get involved. You have great ideas. I know some of you who have come to the camp. I know some of you that I have been involved with and worked with in the past. I mean, subhanAllah, I am so impressed with your achievements. I am so encouraged with your achievements. I am so thrilled to see you are taking this next step in your life, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see you lead our community forward. A community which is respectful of our mothers, a community which is encouraging of our daughters, a community which is supportive of our sisters, a community which is mindful and thoughtful of our brothers. Not always that when they do something that I conclude and say they did it right, but I am there to make sure on their sides to support them. May Allah bless you all. I congratulate you again. What an amazing achievement that you have gone through, and for the parents and the families.
نرضي الناس بما لا نرضاه لنا هالا ذاك جمالنا يسمو يتعالى كن أنت تزداد جمالا كن أنت تزداد جمالا لا 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 أتقبلهم الناس لست أقلدهم إلا بما يرضيني كي أرضيني سأكون أنا مثلي تماما هذا أنا فقناعتي تكفيني ذاك يقيني لا 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 نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا جوهرنا هنا في القلب تلالا لا لا نرضي الناس بما لا نرضاه لنا حالا ذاك جمالنا يسمو يتعالى كن أنت تزداد جمالا سأكون أنا من أرضانا لن أسعى لرضاهم وأكون أنا ما هو أنا ما لي وما لرضاهم سأكون أنا من أرضانا لن أسعى لرضاهم وأكون أنا ما هو أنا لن أرضانا برضاهم لا 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 نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا جوهرنا هنا في القلب تلالا لا لا نرضي الناس بما لا نرضاه لنا حالا ذاك جمالنا يسمو يتعالى كن أنت تزداد جمالا كن أنت تزداد جمالا
Student speaker. Student speaker. Next, we will have our student speaker, senior student Hafsa Musa. MashaAllah, as Brother Zafar mentioned earlier, she is Hufada, she's memorized the Quran, and she also got into Harvard University, MashaAllah. Please welcome Hafsa Musa.
Assalamu alaikum. Esteemed faculty members, beloved family, friends, and my fellow graduates, welcome. So I'm gonna need you guys to lower your expectations a little because that was a really inspiring keynote speech, and I'm gonna basically be saying the same things. I'm honored and humbled to be able to speak to you today. As your fellow graduate and peer, I know as much as you do about the world. So my speech today is a letter to my future self and to my classmates, featuring all the lessons that I've learned during my time here at Amal. Lesson number 1, dreams without actions are not ambitions but mere illusions. If there's one grand gift that Amal has given us, it is our leadership and volunteer experience. Let's be honest. In the beginning, we all did it for the required volunteer hours. A few of us might have done it because we were low-key afraid of Sister Nadia. However, we can all agree that as time went on, our leadership and volunteer activities took on more greater meaning. Fundraising through bake sales taught us that money can make a tangible difference in the lives of others. Starting clubs and leading our own initiatives showed us the direct impact we could have in our environments. As we immersed ourselves in taking action in our communities, service became less of an idealistic goal and more of a reality. Al-Amal handed us the shovel and allowed us to discover that we didn't need to grow up to make a difference in the lives of people here at home and abroad. This brings me to my next point. Lesson 2, the greatest legacy one can leave behind is service. As graduates from war-torn countries, we have a moral responsibility to use our privileges to benefit our communities back home. As the nationals of one of the most influential countries in the world, we have the power to be the voice for the voiceless. As Muslim people, we have an obligation to be of service to the needy for Allah's sake. If there's one thing that motivates me to learn, it is my identity as a Black Muslim student. It is imperative that we remember that many who look like us never get to achieve this experience simply because they never had the chance, not because they aren't as hardworking or as deserving. Through the stress of college academics, internships, and all the other great things we'll do, remember that we don't have to do any of it, we get to. You don't have to become a doctor to serve your home country or your community, contrary to popular belief. Be a nurse, a teacher, a lawyer, or simply a worker who contributes their hard-earned money to bettering society. Be driven by the idea of making this world better than it was the day you came in, whether you do so by changing the life of one person or that of a whole nation. For a great legacy isn't marked by how much money you make, how known you become, but your impact on others. Lesson number 3, in this grand plan, failure is part of the journey. It is unavoidable, disheartening, but trust that it is always part of Allah's plan for you. The last but most important lesson of them all, lesson 4, after Allah, be grateful to the people who take part in your journey to become adults. I would like to first thank the people who make up the core of who we are, our parents. Today is more about you than us for your hard work, sacrifice, and love is the source of all our ambitions. I want to thank all our teachers, Brother Umar for his everlasting patience, Brother Dayash for being engaging, Brother Thani for actually teaching us Arabic that we can write on our job and college applications, Brother Borji for his constant salams and tough lessons, Sister Hala for convincing almost half of the senior class to major in chemistry, and Sister Shatz for actually prepping us for this SAT unknowingly. Thank you guys for all your hard work, your trust in our abilities, and your understanding. You allowed us to excel in college and beyond. I want to specifically thank Sister Nadia, who is one of the most hardworking and giving people that I know. Through our 4 a.m. emails and constant requests to complete hours, grades, and internships, Sister Nadia gave us her all. From writing recommendation letters that wanted mission officers last minute, to orchestrating events with an attention to detail that most wedding planners would envy, Sister Nadia played a critical role in transforming us into adults. I would like to personally thank Sister Zahra Williams, who is the kindest soul that I know. Sister Zahra served as my therapist, advisor for much of high school. Al-Amal will never be the same without you, and I'm so proud that we had you for all 4 years. I want to personally thank the person who's my ultimate inspiration, my mother. No combinations of letters can adequately describe her kindness, patience, and intellect. She is whoever I need her to be, my advisor, my teacher, and most often my best friend. To my dad, who's watching me through FaceTime, thank you for trying your best from thousands of miles away. I also want to thank my siblings who have managed to deal with my constant stress, late night study sessions. You are all my motivation. Last but definitely not least, I want to thank my grandma, who's literally my second mother, and my grandpa and my uncle, who have always managed to be there when I needed them most. To my fellow graduates, you worked so hard for this day. Be happy at your accomplishments and recognize that you completed a successful chapter in your life. I truly can't wait to watch you change the world. With all my heart, I wish you the best in this life and the one after. Congratulations, class of 2018.
State the donors just because this is amana and we have to be grateful for those that are giving their hard-earned money for the people who will be using it, inshallah, towards education. I had several donations this year, far more than I've had other years, and some asked to remain anonymous, but those that did not, I will mention their names, inshallah. We have 2 presidential awards, each worth 1,500, and one was from Dr. Ghada Sadoun, and the other one was anonymous. The Math and Science and English Award have also been asked to, or the person who donated asked to stay anonymous, and we respected that. The Education Award went from Kauthar Hussein, who's the ICM board member, and very, very good one at that. The Islamic Award came from 2 people, Sister Nashina Hussein and Brother Bashir, who's the father of one of our seniors. And the last one is an anonymous one from the community. When I call out their names, they're going to come and bring and pick up the award from Mazer up here for recognition. The first one was the Presidential and half a Community Award is Hafsa Musa. Can you guys come up from this side, please? Now with Jan, when I call her, so she's going to take this one because I don't have it. And Halima didn't bring hers either. Okay, so look for Halima's here after you give it to her. All right, the second award, again, which is the Presidential and half of a community, is Mustafa Ali. The third award, which is the Math and Science, goes to Ikran Omar. After hers is Halima's. Do you have Halima's? Look for Halima's. The English award goes to Halima Samatar. Then it's Akram. Akram has one, right? Yeah, first Akram. All right, the Education Award goes to, I have to say this, I absolutely adore this boy. He is like my son. He makes me laugh as angry as I get at him. I can't stay angry more than a minute, and you'll know why. Akram Umar. Doesn't he look like a cute little kid? Yeah, okay. Mazer told me to say he's a handsome grown man. Okay. But anyway, and then the last one goes to Gulad, who received the Islamic and half a community award, Gulad Gadi.
We're going to have an 8th grade student speaker, and we're having Juwairia Jama. Stay close to the mic.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Juwaria Jama, and I've been going to Amal from preschool up until now. Yeah, a really long time. Although I've been here for so long, I still do not know what I'll use the Pythagorean theorem for, quadratic formula, or even polynomials for. But then again, maybe it's just the math. I've held on to more things dearly, held on to the amazing friendships built in these last few years and the teachings from our wise middle school teachers. Starting off with Brother Umar. When time and time again, he reminds us to be humble and share stories of the Sahaba and our religion so that we are more knowledgeable. Brother Thani, who always amazes me with his ability to quote the Quran every time we learn a new Arabic word or read a new story. Brother Tayash for always reminding us that any history lesson can pertain to Islam, even when he contradicts. Never mind. And Brother Borji for having the utmost patience when dealing with our class and also being the only teacher that ever threw us a party. I guess math really does have its perks. Sister Ishra for moving us out of our comfort zones with different writing prompts and coming back to Al-Amal with so much strive and dedication. And last but not least, Sister Hala and Sister Rowan. Sister Hala and Sister Rowan for mixing up science with activities to let us have fun in class. But trust me, I still do not know what I'll use radioactive dating for in the future. A big thank you to Sister Lam'a for being another parent throughout the years I've been here in Al-Amal. I really wanted to give a shout out to Sister Nadia and Brother Abdul Majid for being the best mentors and helping guide us whenever we needed them. They've shown us tremendous support and are amazing in every way possible. And Miss Williams, we as a school cannot thank you enough for the love and dedication that you put into Al-Amal. You will always shine in our hearts. Alhamdulillah, as a class we've come a long, long way. We've had journeys throughout the year that changed our perspective and made us more mature. I'm so proud with how far we've come and how far we will go. Just an advice for us going out to high school. Let things go with the flow, because time and time again we realize that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the best of planners. And stick to your friendships and work hard. It'll pay off inshallah. Last but not least, I want to thank my mom for raising me and my brother on her own and doing her best to give us the best education and to share our success. And my stepdad for treating me and MJ as his own and being the most supportive. Thank you to my family for coming out today. I love you guys very much. All of our success is due to the Most High. Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafi'an wa rizqan tayyiban wa amalan mutaqabbilan. Thank you all.
MashaAllah, very, very beautiful speech. Everybody give another round of applause for Juwaria. SubhanAllah, it's crazy. She listed a series of teachers that, SubhanAllah, Sister Lam'a was my preschool teacher. You know, Sister Ishra taught me English. Like, MashaAllah, they have so much dedication to the students to learn. They put so much passion and effort into their classes. Everybody give a round of applause to the teachers that do so much hard work. Next, we're going to have a slideshow for the 8th grade class. Next, we have the valedictorians. First valedictorian we have is Ikran Omar. Ikran has been going to Al-Amal since 5th grade. Yes, she is your sister. She went both to Concordia and the University of Minnesota for PSEO. At her time at Al-Amal, she was part of the student council, mentoring, and in the NHS. In her senior years, she served as NHS president, MashaAllah. Yeah, but let's see. Everybody give another round of applause for Ikram.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Amal, and I am the co-valedictorian for class of 2018. On behalf of our class, I would like to thank our parents, teachers, and staff who've helped us come to where we are today. Many of you may know, but I came to Amal School at the young age of 10. 8 years ago. It seemed like just yesterday I walked into my class and was met by the gaze of around 30 very mean 5th graders. Alhamdulillah, we came a very long way. Much of my class actually started out together. Many of us have been here since 5th or 6th grade, so you can say we know each other very well. We not only spent our high school days together, but we've shared memories, learned many lessons, and most importantly, grew as individuals together. There are many lessons we will leave with, so I would like to reflect on some I've learned from my time at Amal. First, appreciate the people who've helped you on your journey. I've always thought the focus of this day should be on the graduates. It makes sense. We did the work, so we should get the attention. What nobody sees is the countless teachers that stay after school to help us, the siblings that stay up all night with us during finals week. I'm talking to you, Ilhan. Or the mother who drove us all around town to look for that specific blue calligraphy pencil Brother Thani asked for, because the green one wasn't good. I remember during the week of our AP test, Brother Tiash stayed 2 hours after school every single day just to make sure we had understood everything. He went out of his way to make it a chocolate contest, so we were engaged. We never really got the chocolate, but that's not the point. One thing his friend told him stuck out to me ever since the 10th grade. His friend said, "Those who can do, and those who can't teach." I think that friend was wrong. In reality, everyone that can is a result of a great person who chose to devote their life to teaching people like me. You see, none of these teachers have to make themselves available before or after school. My mom didn't have to drive me all the way from South Minneapolis every single morning to take me to a private school. As we move on to real college, which means not coming on Tuesday and Thursday, we should remember to always be grateful. Because Brother Umar once taught us a hadith that said, "He who does not thank people does not thank Allah." Another lesson I've learned, and I'm sure it's not just students that can take this, but all of us, lesson number 2, don't procrastinate. We all do it, some more than others. I'm looking at you, Filson. This girl once procrastinated a 10-page research paper for American history until the very last day. More like hours, but this isn't the greatest example because she got 100 on it, but you should have seen her that day. She was not looking well. In fact, she was an actual mess. Procrastination never does us any good. Why do we do it? We would feel so much less pressure if we avoided it. This isn't just a lesson for you guys, but me as well, considering how long it took me to write this speech. And Sister Nadia can testify to that. The next lesson was a struggle to learn, but just as important. The idea that we should always be ourselves. Especially since we go off the PSEO at such a young age and are introduced to so many people. This is why be yourself is lesson number 3. I think this is one of the most important lessons, not only in high school, but in life. Being our truest self is important, especially in this type of society we live in. As we go off to college and leave this tiny bubble called Al-Amal, we must remember our identities. We must not forget our religion, for if we leave steadfast in our deen, no one can steer us away. The last and final lesson that I was taught was by my college math professor. She once told me and a couple other students to do what we love. I feel as though this isn't something we're really taught. Around sophomore year, we're all told to figure out what we like in order to find a career we would like to pursue. Tell me I'm wrong, but we all go ahead and Google, what is the salary of ... We see a high-paying career and think, maybe I can do this. A few weeks ago, me and my classmates were asking ourselves what we wanted to do with our lives. And to be honest, many of us were confused by this question. Then I remember what my professor said. As we leave high school, we will go on into the world to find a career we will work in for the rest of our lives. Inshallah, that is a very long time. I truly believe you should enjoy what you want to do day in and day out. So class of 2018, I will give you the same advice my teacher gave me. Do what you love. Follow your dreams and not someone else's plan. I was told to keep this short, so I'd like to thank my mom and my dad for coming out and helping me with almost everything. My entire family for coming out. And also Sister Nadia Sister Nadia for making all this happen. People say that Sister Nadia emails us at 2 o'clock, but no one really believes it. Last night she was emailing me at 4. Really, she was. Lastly, to my classmates, thank you. Thank you for all you have taught me. I will forever remember our time at this school together. I am so proud of our class. Some people I will continue to see, but this might be the last time together for some of us. I know every single one of us will go far and achieve all that the world has to offer, inshallah. Thank you, everyone, and guys, looks like we made it.
Next, we have Guled Gedi.
And welcome to the 2018 Amal School graduation. We, the graduates, have finally completed our long journeys here at Amal School, and we are now about to move on. From all of us, I would like to thank all of our teachers, our parents, and everyone who had an impact in our success. May Allah reward you in this life and the next. As we go through life, we realize that we have a very limited time. It seems like yesterday that I remember I was sitting where the 8th graders are sitting today. We have been given such rich opportunities in this school in a safe and happy environment. And for this reason, I believe that we can overcome any obstacle that's thrown in our way. Compared to public school, Amal School is a completely different world. Everyone knows each other, and bullying is nearly unheard of. And this does not just go towards, being able to pray or worrying whether the food is halal or not, but even for older students. The crime or problems that exist in public high schools do not exist at all in Amal School. This is what it means to be an Islamic school. Not that it's perfect, but it's well on its way to being so. And now look at what the school has produced. Several NHS members, 4 of which are in the board, and they have done a number of amazing projects throughout the years to help our society here and the Muslim Ummah overseas. Not to mention that all of us have completed PSCO level classes in college, and most of us have done extremely well in those. However, this academic success not only comes from us. We have to thank those that taught us and trained us in order for us to be able to succeed. Our teachers are the ones that, to be honest, prepared us for college level work. And even though we might be wondering why Stishrat assigned us that final project at the end of the semester, it really helped us in our English classes. They all had specific ways of teaching, but at the end of the day, it all helped us mature and help us in our learning processes. Which brings me back to our first point, time. I don't know if any of you guys remember this, but if we took this class 5 years ago, this class was undoubtedly the worst class in Amal School. In fact, if there was an award for the class of Fitna, we would win every single year. And now, look at how much we've changed and matured. As I said before, we have members from NHS here, but also students with very high GPAs. A student who is the first student in Amal history to attend Harvard University, and several Hafaz. This is the fruit of investing in Amal School. However, don't assume that this will come just overnight. Some parents or some adults believe that they're wasting their money sending their kids to a school and they don't see results right away. I'd like to ask you this. Have you seen someone plant a tree or plant a seed and expect apples to come tomorrow? No. These things require time, nurturing, and discipline for you to see the results. Also, as Muslims, we should not be as arrogant. We should not be as arrogant to put all of this on ourselves. All of this has been done through the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And for that reason we are celebrating today. As Allah says in the Quran, قُلْ بِفَضْلِ اللَّهِ وَبِرَحْمَتِهِ فَبِذَلِكَ فَلْيَفْرَحُوا هُوَ خَيْرٌ مِمَّا يَجْمَعُونَ. Say, because of the blessings and mercy of Allah, for this they should celebrate and be happy. And we are here celebrating our successes with the help of Allah. As we move on to our respective futures, do not forget Allah, as many people of our age and our type do. But keep to remember Allah in your successful times, and Allah will remember you in your hardships. Count your blessings and make dua. But there are still more people to thank. My father personally has been perhaps the person who has driven me the most in my life as of this point. He came to America right after he graduated high school to seek a better future. He came here without his parents, without any money, and started to build himself here. While he was attending university, he always used to tell us that while he was attending university, he used to work as a dishwasher in a restaurant. And from those humble beginnings, he is now a manager at a Fortune 500 company. My father, alongside with my mother, who works in the medical field, tries to instill within us the idea of forward thinking and planning for our future, and not to make the same mistakes that they did. However, this well-wishing was met with hard-headedness and harshness from my parts, unfortunately. But now, as I'm standing here today, I understand what he has been talking about for over 5 years since I've started PSCO. Although I don't like to admit it, 99% of the time my dad speaks the truth. I hope that in the future, I'll be able to be as good of a parent to my kids as they were to me, and instill the same ideas into my children. And I hope that you'll be able to forgive my harshness when you see how far I've come. Inshallah, I'll end with this. One reminder to the parents and to the students. As parents, do not think your kids cannot do anything because they're young. Youth does not mean inexperience. Sometimes the purity of youth can fare better than the wisdom of the elders. One Sahabi called Usama ibn Zayd was 17 years old, and he was the general of an army marching to fight the Byzantines, and in the army were senior Sahaba that were much older than he was. Now, for the parents, for the students, I know that we think that we know everything. I don't need advice. It's okay, I got this. I have everything settled. When in reality, you don't know anything. The thing is, your parents will tell you things that might not make sense now, but it will make sense later. And maybe your parent will tell you something or do something that will change you and perhaps even change the course of history. Did you guys know that if it wasn't for the mother of Imam Malik would not have become Imam Malik. He would have become a musician. Imam Malik's mother was the reason why the Maliki madhab and Imam Malik exists today. So all the parents out there, don't give up on your kids, and to all the students out there, inshallah, keep listening and try to communicate with your parents, because all these fights and all these issues all just come from miscommunications. You guys are trying to get to the same destination but with different means. But don't think this is the end of our story, class of 2018. No. This is only chapter 1. Chapter 2 is starting very soon, and inshallah it will be even more amazing. To all my friends and peers, don't give up and lose your ambitions. Verily, someone can only see what they have worked for. Try many things and see what fits you best. You might find that something you never considered before is the best choice for you. Not just career-wise, but in the future, with people, with interaction with different people. Variety is the spice of life. Inshallah, may Allah bless each and every one of you this day and for the rest of your lives. May Allah help us finish the Ramadan better than we did last time. Eid Mubarak to all of you, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Next, we will have the presentation of the 8th grade diplomas. So 8th graders, Zainab Abdi. Yasmin Abdul-Noor. Fortune Ali. Salma? Salma Ali. Awale. Salma Awale. Ali Age. Alia Age. Dahaba Ibrahim. Juwairia Jama.
Ladan Mire.
Ladan Mire. Fathi Sharif. Fathi Sharif. Iman Omar. Ilham Yasin. Ariana Yasmin. Muhammad Abu Bakr. Abdul Wahid Abu Kar. Bokor. Yahya Bokore. Ayas Hussein Ayas. Hussein Ayas. He said Hussein. Yeah.
You know my name, right?
Yeah. Jawad Islam. Kirch. Abdullah Kirch. I know. Dawood Muhammad. Liban Muhammad. Fun fact, Liban is the 9th person in his family to graduate from Alama school. Mahad Omar. Mahad Omar. Taha Sayyid. Taha Sayyid. Sounds good. Before we get to the seniors, we're going to make an important message regarding the photography. Everybody please give me your attention. By entering this venue, you grant LMS School rights to all photographs, films, and any other recordings during the event. Our photographer, Brother Salim, is taking the pictures. All pictures from this event will be available on the LMS School Facebook page and the LMS School Google Drive. Also, family of the graduates, after the event is over, our photographer, Brother Salim, will be able to take family group photos here on the stage, but it's a first come, first served basis, so just make sure you have your whole group ready. If you guys want to take a family photo, official photo on stage, make sure you have your group ready to come on stage. And then seniors, when I call your names, make sure to stay on the stage after you get your diploma. So with the senior diplomas, I'm also going to ask Sheikh Omar to join us on stage. And these seniors will be graduating with their high school degrees as well as an associate degree from Mishkah University. Shayma Abukar. Sumaya Al-Nizami. Asia Hassan. Ruwaida Muhammad. Shayma Muhammad. Hafsa Musa. Hafsa Musa. Hafsa Musa. Ikran Omar. Halima? Samatar, right? Halima Samatar. Filsan Yusuf. My young boy. Ibrahim Abdi. Mustafa Ali. Salahuddin Farah. Guled Gedi. Oh, I was already going to say that. And last but not least, Akram Omar. Takbir!
Can you tell them what the two diplomas are about? We're getting associates of Islamic studies from SCA.
Sounds good.
The power invested in me by the state of Minnesota, I declare this senior class 2018 duly graduated.
Takbir! 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 For those of you who are wondering why they're holding two diplomas, one is their diploma for graduating high school, and the other is for getting their associate's degree in Islamic studies from Mishka University. Everybody give one more round of applause to the graduates.